The new era at Barcelona has begun. They got their brand new manager, Big Flick, and he is here to change things up for Barcelona. Xavi out, Flick in, and we are excited as football fans to see what this guy can transform Barcelona into. Now, there is some rumors that I've seen going around, but what we're going to do today is pick up a few players we think Flick will pick up, and then we're going to see how good he will do in his first season with Barcelona. Can they win the Champions League? Can they win La Liga? Will they compete with this amazing Real Madrid? We find out all the answers today. But before we do that, if you enjoy these videos, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and welcome to the channel where we are going to start the brand new era here at Barcelona. We look at this and we say, yo, how is Yamal not in the game? Yamal is one of the dopest players in all of the world. I got to tell y'all something. I got to tell you what my obsession is right now. I have been buying a lot of sports card boxes trying to get signed Yamal and Yamal products because I just think Yamal is the future and I want to have a lot of his rookie cards. So your boy has been trying to collect a bunch of Yamal signatures, rookie cards, whatever it takes. I've been trying to get it. So Barca fans, let me know in the comments down below if you think I'm making a good decision investing in Yamal products, because I just think he is going to be an awesome football player. Now, with that being said, we all know that the truth is this. We know that Barcelona does not have the most money. It's a financial issue, but I have seen two rumors, and we're going to go ahead and try to get these players to Barcelona to see if it actually takes place. But it has been two rumors I've seen. I don't know how they're going to make it happen. I have seen that they do want to keep João Felix. I saw that the manager does well, and that's what the Portuguese papers are saying, but I have no idea if that's true or not. Let's jump into the first two signings. I have no idea how real this actually is. Let me just put that out there. But I have seen that Barcelona is a little bit interested in the one and only big Luis Diaz from Liverpool. Now, don't mind how my boy Flick is looking, because he doesn't look like that. Yeah, man, I've seen rumors. 65 million is probably overpaying. But yeah, I've seen rumors that they really want to bring this lad in. Now, first of all, I think this would be a phenomenal signing. I don't think they need João Felix if they do get him, but I do also want to say is maybe they do, because the truth is, I don't think João Felix is the best on the wing. I think João Felix is actually the best when he's behind a good number 9. Like if you put him behind, Lewandowski, then I think, or Victor, I think you're going to have yourself a fantastic player. So at the end of the day, in my opinion, Luis Diaz is a phenomenal signing, which I don't know if it's going to happen, but I have seen rumors that they would be interested in him. But it would be an amazing signing for Barcelona. Luis Diaz on the left, and then you have Yamal or Torres on the right, or anyone. They have so many awesome wingers. So this would be a phenomenal signing if I'm being 100% honest with you, especially if they can't hold João Felix. And like we know, Klopp has left Liverpool, so we don't really know how that's going to look in the future. But the first signing under Flick, hopefully I'm saying his name right, otherwise I'm just stupid, is going to be the one and only big boy Luis Diaz on the left-hand side. Now, the other rumor I've been seeing a lot of, I think would really make Barcelona amazing. Let me show you who it is. Now, this rumor right here would be phenomenal. See, Kimmich is the type of player that if you're able to bring him in, right? If you're able to bring in a big Kimmich, what happens? Well, they want Gundogan at 46 million? Huh. I would take that in a heartbeat if I'm being honest with you. How about Gundogan at 36 million? 39? Sign that thing, bro. Let me explain. Kimmich gives the freedom to Pedri, to Gavi, and to Frankie de Jong to go do what you need to do. Go take care of business. Go do what you got to do, because Kimmich is going to take care of everything in the middle of the park. And guess what? You know what makes it even better with Kimmich there is that if you need a right back and he needs to go to the right back position, no problem. He could take care of business for you. Kimmich would be one of the biggest signings for Barcelona in a very long time. Just a defensive mid that you don't need to worry about. You remember when Barcelona, when they're absolute prime, who do they have? Sergio Busquets. I think every team, Sergio Busquets, I say Biscuits. Every team that has a really good defensive mid, Man City with Rodri, Tchouameni, and all the amazing players at Real Madrid at the defensive mid position. When you got yourself a really good defensive mid, lads, it is just so much easier for people to play around you. So look at this right here. Just think about this and really stare at this team, and I don't think anybody would say this is a bad team. Imagine Luis Diaz, Lewandowski, and Rafinha with João Felix, Torres coming off the bench, and also my boy Vitor. Then you have Pedri, Frankie de Jong, and Kimmich. And by the way, my boy Gavi is not even on the... Where is Gavi at? Get Gavi on this darn team right now, bro. You got big Gavi, but just look at that midfield. Kimmich, Frankie de Jong, and Pedri. Go do what you got to do. And by the way, you know Gavi's going to start, so I just don't even know where to put him. But Gavi's 100% going to start. The back line is one of those really shaky things. If they keep João Cancelo, like what really takes place, I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what happens. I think the team should look something like this, with João Cancelo on the right, Balde on the left, and then Conde and Araujo at center backs. That's what I think. I think this team right here is phenomenal, and I think this starting 11 replaced Rafinha for my boy Yamal. I think this team right here could compete with even the best Real Madrid team they have right now. So I think it's a phenomenal team with a lot of threat off the bench with Felix and Torres and Victor. I think it's a phenomenal team all around, and I think Flick could do big things with it. So the season begins now, and this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go month by month, and I'm gonna show you every single result that takes place throughout this season. And we are going to see how Flick is doing. Does he make it to the end of the season? Does he get sacked? What players play well under him? Is Luis Diaz a good signing? Because that's what the rumors are. We're going to find out right now. The only thing that makes me sad is there is no Yamal. That really breaks my heart. But besides that, 3 matches in August. Let's see how they go. Not a bad start for Flick and FC Barcelona. They start the season off with a tie, but then they get 2 big wins directly after that. That first tie is the only slip up of the season so far. And had they won that, they would have been off to a great start. The month of September gets a little bit harder with Sevilla in there, Real Betis, and also their first Champions League match, which you really want to see Barcelona at least in the semifinals. So let's see if they can get there. So this month was not that good for FC Barcelona. They start off the first game with a tie. They bounce back big against Real Betis 5-1, and they also win their first game in the Champions League. But then they went with a draw and a loss until they found a win against Sevilla. So lads, they already have drop points in La Liga in 1, 2, 3, 4 games, and there's only been 2 months of the season. Now, we're going to check stats in 1 minute, but we're going to get by the month of October, and then we're going to go see what's wrong and what's good and what's bad, who's getting assists, who's getting goals. Remember, in the month of October, they are going to see Real Madrid, which should be a real hard game. They just beat FC Porto. I would say this is a phenomenal October. Okay, you didn't beat Real Madrid, which would have made Barcelona fans very excited, but you got a draw against a really good team where you beat every other team on the calendar. So you did exactly what was needed from Barcelona. That is absolutely huge. Taking a look at the standings, they're 1 point behind Real Madrid. I lied. 3 points behind Real Madrid. That's not bad. Had they beat Real Madrid, they would have been in first place pretty much. But they took a draw. It happens. Those are things that take place. But the season is still very open for Barcelona. In the Super Cup, nothing has happened yet. In the Copa de España, nothing has happened yet as well. And in the Champions League, they are right now with 9 points undefeated in their group. So they are flying through their group, which is lovely. To take a look really quickly at some stats that are going on at the club, we'll see who's playing the most and who's not really touching the field. So the person playing the most is obviously the one and only Ter Stegen, and Kimmich is getting a lot of PT. So's Pedri, Frankie de Jong, Rafinha, Lewandowski, Balde, and Luis Diaz. So that's really good, man. A lot of playing time for those guys. When it comes to top goals, well, 7 for Pedri, 5 for Rafinha, only 5 for Lewandowski. That's not good enough. 3 for Luis Diaz and 2 for Kimmich and 2 for Frankie de Jong. The top assist guy at the club at the moment is Pedri, Frankie de Jong, and Luis Diaz. I gotta be honest with you, not enough from Lewandowski. It might be time to switch to Vitor because that is not enough of a carry from a player of Lewandowski's standards. Like, he should be doing way better in my opinion. We go back to the calendar really quickly to take a look at that as we go into the month of November. 2 Champions League games, which they are undefeated. So if they win 1, pretty much they're coming out the group, and 3 La Liga games. So hopefully this is a huge month for FC Barcelona and Flick. Here we go. Everything was perfect until they dropped points the last game of La Liga for November. They were doing so well, dude. They were cooking, and then they dropped points in a spot that, honestly, I just don't think you can drop points there. And the sad part is they would have probably been in first place had they not dropped points. They're 1 point behind Real Madrid at the moment. So all they had to do was win that game that they lost 1-0 in a game they should have won, and they would have been in first place. But I would imagine that Barcelona fans at the moment are very happy with the way the team is performing. The month of December, a lot of holidays, but also a big game. Atletico Madrid and another Champions League match where I'm pretty sure Barcelona will be coming out of the Champions League. Let's see how December goes. See, I would say the problem with Barcelona's season right now is they're dropping points where they can't drop points. Like right here, the last game here, they can't lose points there. And then they lost 4-2 here, which you can't. Atletico Madrid, that's understandable. That's a tough team. That's a tough game. But you can't be dropping points in games like this. That's a problem, and that's how you lose La Liga to Real Madrid. In the month of January, the Champions League, they've obviously come up, and this is the month come out, and this is obviously the month of the Super Cup. So we're gonna go through the month of January, and then we're gonna take a look at stats and see where FC Barcelona is at the moment. It would have been the perfect month of January had they not gotten eliminated from the Copa de España, the Copa del Rey. They are eliminated from the Copa del Rey in the freaking first round, but they win the Super Cup over Real Madrid. So Barcelona fans are gonna be on top of the world because of that. But how do you get eliminated in the Copa del Rey in the first round? That's not acceptable, Flick. Now, here's the big news. They did win all of their La Liga games to finish off January. So they did very, very well in the month of January, and they are officially now 4 points behind Real Madrid, 4 points behind Atletico Madrid. So it seems like it's a season just kind of like under Xavi, unfortunately. But hopefully they can turn things around very, very quickly because, again, in the Super Cup, they did get silverware, which is beautiful. The Copa de España, like I said, eliminated way too early. In the Super Cup, that went to Man City. And in the Champions League, they will be facing up against the one and only PSG in the freaking round of 16. Unbelievable. They won their group to only have to go play against freaking PSG. Barcelona comes out of that group perfect, 18 points, 14 goals for, 2 against, the perfect Champions League group. City won their group, Milan won their group, Lazio won their group, Inter won their group, Real Madrid won their group, Sevilla won their group, and Bayern won their group. So very, very sad news that you got to take on the one and only PSG, but I believe in Barcelona and I think they can eliminate them no problem. Most games for Pedri and Frankie de Jong, most goals, 16 for Luis Diaz, 13 for Rafinha, 12 for Lewandowski, 9 for Frankie de Jong, and 7 for Pedri. Lewandowski is really slacking if you ask me. Top assist guy, Frankie de Jong, Pedri, and Luis Diaz. Rafinha and Kimmich, again, really, really slacking is Lewandowski, lads. That's not good enough. And Luis Diaz, a great signing. Over 20 contributions in 30 games. That's been a phenomenal signing, but this Lewandowski is not acceptable. How is he not the top goal scorer? The month of February, they tie their first La Liga game. They lose 1-0 to Barcelona, or to PSG, which means they need to 2-0 PSG or 3-1 PSG to pretty much eliminate them. This is going to be a massive challenge in March. And their season could really be over in March. And that is, for me, not acceptable for Flick. Like, that's just not good. And if that's the case, I don't see him making it to the end of the season. He's already looking like he's about to get fired, lads. But this is not a good season for Barcelona if they go out of the Champions League in the round of 16. Let's find out. They go out to PSG in penalties. And by March, Flick was fired. Wow. Flick was fired by March. So I'll break it down for you so you can understand. They came back against Barcelona, against PSG. They went to penalties. They lost 5-4 on penalties to PSG. The following game, they tied 2-2 to Atletico Madrid, which pretty much closed up La Liga for them, and they were fired. And Flick was fired. Do I think this is what's going to happen in real life? No, I don't. I don't think this is what's going to happen. I think Flick is actually going to be an amazing manager for Barcelona. I think that Barcelona is really, really going to struggle financially, but I think Flick will be able to do a lot of great things. I don't know if Kimmich or Luis Diaz will be the signings, but I don't think this is the fate of Flick. But this is the fate of Flick and EAFC. Ladies and gentlemen, we allowed EA to predict what we thought would happen or what they thought would happen when Flick joins Barcelona. We gave Luis Diaz and Kimmich because those are big rumors to Barcelona. And, well, by March, he was fired. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's the new era of Barcelona. Hopefully it's not. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Unfortunately, lads, that's where it ends. Not all fairy tale ending here, not a fairy tale story. But I hope you guys enjoyed it in Barcelona. I want you to know, Barcelona fans, I do not believe this will happen. I think Flick will be very, very successful and win more than just a Super Cup. That's my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.